Hello, ambitious female leaders and entrepreneurs, and welcome to Beyond Common Business Secrets, the podcast that empowers you to lead with confidence and clarity. I'm your host, Tracey Watts-Cirino, and today we're diving into a critical aspect of leadership, making better decisions for your business. This is an area that a lot of female entrepreneurs and business owners truly struggle with. And I think it's because of the societal struggle that when we're young and we are in our power of leading and executing, we're often told, shut up, be quiet, go act like a lady. No one cares what you have to say. This is something that a lot of female leaders were taught as young children that I know I was part of the generation that was told to be seen and not heard, right? Like we were supposed to be quiet little dainty ladies, which was never my style, right? So if you were told that you're a know-it-all, that you are too much, to this, to that, or not enough, girl, I'm here to tell you that this is the episode for you because we are diving into what it really looks like for this sort of the art of making, like the art of decision making in leadership, which is first about stepping in, even if you have to try on a new jacket, stepping in and empowering through every fiber of your being, your role as a leader, because you are one, right? You are one. And the moment that you start owning that, everything in your world is going to change for the better. Sister friend, I promise you, this is one of those areas that the more females that step into leadership roles, the better the world becomes. So, first off, the art of decision-making in leadership. Decision-making is at the heart of leadership. So whether you're a seasoned entrepreneur or just starting out, the ability to make effective decisions is what sets successful leaders apart. So in today's episode, we're going to explore 3 types of strategies to elevate your decision-making game. Dun, 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 dun. So strategy number 1 is all about data-driven decision-making. So our first strategy is about leveraging data. So sometimes we have to take all the emotion out of it and just rely on the fact that we are living in the information age, and data can be a powerful ally in making informed decisions. So we'll discuss how to gather, analyze, and interpret data to guide your leadership choices. So stay tuned for practical tips on becoming data-driven in your decision-making. Then strategy number 2 is emotional intelligence in decision-making. Leadership decisions are not just about numbers, right? They're about people. Our second strategy focuses on emotional intelligence. We explore how understanding and managing emotions, both yours and others, plays a pivotal role in marketing or in making your decisions, whether it's for marketing, whether it's for business growth, hiring, de-hiring, disinviting people, whatever it is, the idea of emotional intelligence will play a pivotal role in making decisions that are going to resonate with you, your team, and all of the stakeholders in your business. So strategy number 3 is strategic foresight and planning. And this sometimes is referred to as the crystal ball, but leaders are visionaries. And our third strategy is about looking ahead. And we'll dive into strategic foresight and planning, discussing how to anticipate trends, assess risks, and make decisions that align with the future trajectory of your business. So get ready for a glimpse into the art of forward-thinking leadership. So if we look at data-driven, it's like, what area of our business are we not looking at the numbers and maybe making emotional decisions? So I know oftentimes it'll be like, oh, I feel like I was so busy. And then you can look at your revenue for the day and say, oh, it really wasn't. Or it'll be a day where, wow, it was like you had high energy. It was so much fun. And you feel like you just walked in the door to work and you're done and your revenue totals are really high. So this is something that, sometimes our emotions play tricks on us. And I will get into sometimes saying how numbers don't lie, people do. So I'm not saying you lie intentionally, but the area we lie most about is to ourselves. And so when you can look at the data and really see like, okay, this is working really well for me. Like, not where do you feel like your most profitable services are? Really look at the data. What are your most profitable services? Because if you're wasting all of your time, money, and energy marketing a low profitable offer, knowing the data can be a huge game changer. It can change the trajectory of your business. It can turn around your profits overnight, and it can make it feel like a huge weight was lifted off of both you and your team. So look at these data-driven analytics for making decisions, because say you're going to put your marketing focus on only 3 key areas for the whole year, you want it to be in an area that is profitable for you. It's like it hits all the marks. It's profitable, our clients like it, and our staff enjoys doing it. If you can hit that triple win, boy, that's amazing. You can only do that when you have the data. So really look at your data. And then the other thing is the emotional intelligence. So when we dive into the strategy around emotional intelligence, this is where we want to not let our emotions get the best of us. But say there's a team member that is an absolute rock star, but they are literally pissing off every member of your team, and clients don't really like them. Even if they're such a rock star, they might not be the best fit for your company and your culture. So we can't let but they, sort of like where we see them, their potential, we can't let that dictate things for us. So you sometimes have to, make difficult decisions in that way. And that's where we have to use our emotional intelligence. And we can also explore like if you have a member on your team that always says all the right things every time you go into a one-on-one personal development meeting with them, they're always saying all the right things, what they're going to do, and this is this, but then their actions never match their words. This is where you might have to call them out on their emotional intelligence and say, hey, I know you know exactly what needs to be done. You tell me every time we're in this professional development meeting, but then none of your actions support that. Let them explain that, because maybe they are doing something in their eyes, but it's not aligning with what you see as action. Or maybe they think just talking about it is going to make you think they're doing it. But so often we will measure people's performance by their potential instead of the true actions that they're showing us. And that is where leaders, especially those of us that are here to help, we want people to be their best, and we want to be part of what guides them in the most positive direction of their life and future. This is an area as a leader that has gotten me in the most trouble over the years. It's like I would lead people based on their potential instead of the results. And once I realized that, okay, they may have a lot of potential, but until I see the actions moving in that direction, I will always believe in them, believe in that they're a 10. But I have to take an emotional, intelligent type of look at the fact that just because they have that potential, if they're not using action to execute there, then I need to call them out on it and have a uncomfortable conversation so that we can come up with a resolution. So look at it through this lens. This is true for yourself too. This is why having a accountability partner that you give permission to poke holes in your blind spots, having a coach that you trust, because this is never good. We don't always love getting like critical feedback. So make sure you have a business coach, a business strategist, someone that you trust and value their opinion as the person that you've given permission to do this for, because that's when you will take emotion out of it and you will start moving in the direction of making the critical decisions from the most intelligent place, right? And then number 3, the strategy for strategic foresight and planning. Like, of course, leaders are visionaries. Most businesses come because there was something not being done in the marketplace. Like if you just decided to open a business because you felt like it, but your business is exactly the same as the one across the street, like you're probably not going to be very successful. But if you saw something in the market that was lacking, was missing, your vision and your enthusiasm and your excitement to change the game is what brings this amazing business birthed out into the world. And what's cool about looking at a leadership strategy through this lens is that, you know, women are known for having our intuitive, like intuition and that sort of female, the female intuition. So this is the area to really double down on this, really use the combination of data, emotional intelligence, and then tap into your intuition to really bring the strategic foresight and planning out into the world. When a female leader taps into all of this, they are truly unstoppable. This is how you can really, really be strategic in your foresight and planning. You can discuss like and anticipate trends. You can assess risks. You will really make decisions that align with where you are now and where you're going in the future. So when you do all of this, get ready for like how amazing that all comes to be. You know, the people on your team really will respect you as a leader. Your clients will be amazed by, wow, that was so cool that you thought of that. I love that you did this. And now look, I've recommended 10 new clients to your business because this was an amazing thing that no one else was doing. So when you look at it all through this lens, it really makes the idea of leadership wisdom so much more fun, right? So I really hope you've enjoyed these 3 strategies for making better business decisions, because you are one decision away from a completely different life. I know, friend, I say that all the time, but you are one decision away from a completely different life. If you are not on the path to feeling like you are being your absolute best self, one decision away from completely changing that, one decision away. So when it comes to decision making, always think about it through these 3 strategies. So before we wrap up, of course, I have a special gift for you. Head over to beyondcommoncoaching.com and download our 5 times saving strategies checklist. It's a comprehensive guide designed to help leaders like you optimize your time and decision-making processes. Trust me, this is a resource you won't want to miss. And the thing is that when you implement all of this wisdom into your leadership, decision-making is an ongoing journey, right? Whether you're relying on data, tapping into that emotional intelligence, or using your female intuition for planning for the future, implementing these strategies will transform the way you lead and completely transform your business, which then in effect transforms your life. So thank you for joining us on Beyond Common Business Secrets. Don't forget to download your checklist and stay tuned for more episodes packed with insights to elevate your leadership game. Until next time, this is your host, Tracey Watts-Cirino, signing off and wishing you the most beyond amazing kind of day. We will see you on the next one. Take care.